nan matin m'a viré tout côté. Pas fisté pour rien, so connaît qu'on s'agné. Jouer en charge gazos, li fait m'tousser. Bousin en vin sous moi, li wèm pas fisté. C'est mieux chiré, moi high, tant qu'au bon malé. M'li me baleine pour esprit, yo vin sous moi. Chaque jour m'dépense comme ma PV, c'est toujours.
This is Georgia Bulldogs football on the Superstations.
Between the hedges and across the state, this is where the dogs play.
Man, is there going to be some property destroyed tonight?
I let us go out and execute, do the things we got to do, play to our standard, and go play fast.
Dogs downtown.
15-0, the Dogs have done it and won a second consecutive national title.
We've been knocked out.
And unfortunately for the Bulldogs, Alabama continues to be Georgia's kryptonite. Dogs lose tonight 24-21.
As the former SEC East rival looms.
It's on Kentucky for us. Our guys are fired up. It's always the most physical game when we play these guys.
It's time to bite back.
Gunner rolls the throw, deep ball wide open, caught at the 10, and a waltz into the end zone down the sideline. Kobe Young with a touchdown catch. Toss it to Bowens, running from the near side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End zone, touchdown.
Georgia, Kentucky, live from Athens. This is Georgia football.
From Dooley Field at Sanford Stadium, let's get it on.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, welcome to play-by-play coverage of Georgia football. Bulldogs football is brought to you by Zaxby's, Who's Got the Sauce? Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Pruitt Health, family makes us stronger. Hoffman Financial Group, helping build your financial dynasty. Modelo Especial, the official import beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. For 21 and up only, please drink responsibly. By Barbasol, America's #1 shaving cream. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. Sponsored by Aetna Medicare. And by Southeast Mortgage, the official home loan lender of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, to the Piedmont Healthcare broadcast booth, alongside former Bulldog Josh Brock. Here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
And we are waiting the entry of the Georgia Bulldogs. They're starting to file out of the locker room now. They'll run through the banner, through the red coach to the near sideline momentarily. It's almost time for the coin toss. That line is beat up already. 3rd down and 5 on the Kentucky 7 for the Dogs. 12th play of the drive. Stockton all kinds of time, surveys the field. Now going to pull it down and run to the 5, to the 3. He dives for the pylon, and he got it. Touchdown, Gunner Stockton. All day long, wanted to deliver the ball to the end zone, did Gunner, but had all the time in the world. Great protection up front from his offensive line, but also, too, great job from Juan Gaston not getting downfield. Lineman eligible receiver downfield held his position and then went downfield to block. And then Gunner did the rest there, Scott. Stockton stayed in the pocket, as we said. He had plenty of time to survey the end zone. Didn't see anything to his liking and ran off to his right and got the angle, dove for the pylon, and got the 6 points with 8:51 to go in the first quarter. The Dogs are on the board first, and now here is Peyton Woodring to try the point-after attempt. Half a foot or so. Kobe Young is as big a receiver as you'll see in college football. Couldn't quite get up there to get that pass. 2nd and goal from the 7. Previous play, the officials said 25 on the penalty for Kentucky, but it was 6. It was Hardaway, the guy who made the tackle. Snap it to Gunner, hand it to, no, he's going to fake it to Bowens. Gunner just leaves a guy in his wake at the 6-yard line. He put him on the turf for that fake and gets into the end zone in the right corner again. Gunner Stockton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. There's some Kentucky underwear on the 8-yard line down there, Scott. My goodness, what a run. Oh, my goodness. He had 2 guys down. Actually, Sam Green, one of the linebackers, is one of the players that bought a fake. As we look at a replay, Stockton getting it done with his legs today. That's his 2nd touchdown today, his 5th of the season. And here's Peyton Woodring to try the extra point.
There's the snap, the hold by Gunner, and the kick by Peyton is good. He remains perfect in his career, and extra points, and the Dogs now lead it 14-0. And that Georgia touchdown brought to you by Conecuh Sausage, the official smoked sausage of the Georgia Bulldogs. Pretty impressive drive, Josh. 13 plays, 96 yards. You know, we were after that long punt by Kentucky, and Branch made the fair catch by Quintavious Johnson. It was the guy that grabbed him trying to hang on and pulled him down to the turf. So he got almost a full 3 to the 29. Second down and 7 for the Wildcats. Cutter Boley, the quarterback, redshirt freshman, big guy, 6'5" and 220. He's from the state of Kentucky, so he's a homegrown product. Play fake here. He throws it over the middle. Tight end running free, and he's going to run right into the end zone. Caught it inside the 20, and Josh Caddis had nobody to impede his progress into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky, on the throw by Boley.
Nobody close to him, Scott. You think that's got to be a busted coverage there in the middle of the Dog defense.
29-yard strike to the tight end, Caddis. And that's his second touchdown catch of the year. He's their second leading receiver. And he was wide open, and he ran wide open into the end zone. Jacob Coway, a redshirt freshman, to try the point after for the Wildcats. Kick is on his way, and it's good into the east stands. So the Cats strike for the first time in the game with 14-21 on the board. Second quarter.
Used one of my favorite basketball chants. You can't do that. You can't hold in the secondary. Dylan Bell was not allowed to get out of his break, which is why Gunner ultimately just threw the ball in his direction, but out of bounds.
A little extra attention paid to it, but the flag had already been dropped. Bowens is in the backfield with Stockton. Play fake Gunner. He'll throw it over the middle and intercepted. A high reaching interception by Lovett, the safety. He's going to return it 20, 25 near sideline and into the Georgia bench area. Just shy of the 30-yard line. Tackled by Sokovie White-Helton on the return. That's the first interception thrown by Gunner Stockton this year, and Kentucky went up high to get it that time. Jordan Lovett, the safety, a senior from Radcliffe, Kentucky.
Good thought. Love the thought. He had London Humphreys down the hash. Had a good route. He was open. The thing to learn there, I'm loving the fact, hey, Gunner let it rip. That's what we've been asking him to do. He did let it rip. Put a little bit more air under that and to drop that over top of the safety ranging over, because the good safety, like Kentucky has, they have a few of them back there, they're going to bait you a little bit and try to make you want to make that throw, but put a little bit more air under it, and that is a touchdown for the Dogs.
To the 3. So it's second and goal for the Dogs on the Kentucky 3-yard line, and Frazier checks into the huddle now. Gunner under center. Frazier the lone setback. Bell in motion. Hand it to Dylan Bell on the jet sweep to the right, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown on the 3-yard run. Dylan Bell with the score, and the Dogs tack on another one. It's 20-7.
We wanted our tight ends involved in every phase of the game. Both tight ends, Lawson Lucky and Oscar Delp, the lead blockers on that right side for Dylan Bell as he punches it in for the Dogs.
Point after on its way from Peyton Woodring. Bo Gardner will snap. Gunner Stockton will hold with 2:45 to go in the second quarter. Peyton waiting to kick it. Hand it to Bowens again at left guard. He's hit there in the gap and knocked back at the 3. No gain. Well, he actually lost a yard, so there was no gain, and -1 on the carry. So now it's third and goal. The Dogs tried to go fast again. We'll see if they slow it down here, and they will as they substitute.
A couple of lookout blocks by Georgia's offensive line right there. Resulted in a negative play.
We've got Bobo, Morris, Glover, Gaston, and Hughley as our offensive line. Frazier's in the backfield. They run a reverse with Dylan Bell. Wide open sprint into the end zone, far side of the field. His second touchdown of the day. A 3-yard run. Everybody was going left except for Dylan Bell. He undercut Gunner, and he pitched him the ball, and off he went, wide open into the end zone on the far right side of the field for the score.
Great play call by offensive coordinator Mike Bobo, a team that likes to pursue, and you've seen that pursuit all day long. Watching their eyes in the backfield, watching our guys going all over the place, pulled the reverse out at the right time. Dylan Bell able to just walk into the end zone, really, Scott.
Another Georgia touchdown brought to you by Conecuh Sausage, the official smoked sausage of the Georgia Bulldogs. And Peyton Woodring will try the point after attempt. The kick is on its way, and the kick is good. 28-7. Georgia leads with 10:54 to go in the third quarter.
5-yard penalty. Third down.
London Humphreys with a false start. And after the big play to Bell, this has not gone well for the Dogs. Back on the 16-yard line now. Still goal to go. Do we have a 16-yard play in the playbook in this instance?
I'm looking at him right here. Is number 7, Lawson Lucky, lined up in the slot on the near side.
All right, calling it right now. Cash Jones in the backfield with Gunner. Kentucky brings 4. Gunner over the middle to Cash. Caught at the 12, to the 10, to the 5. End zone. Touchdown. Check a flag in the Georgia backfield. Let's see if it's a hold or a hit on the quarterback. Georgia's not reacting either way. 2 officials are talking to one another. We'll get the call from Jeff Heiser, the referee.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 35, contact to the helmet. That penalty ensued. Force on a succeeding kickoff, results of the play is a touchdown.
Well, Josh, we did have a 16-yard touchdown play in the playbook, but it wasn't Cash.
It wasn't to number 7, but number 7 did a good job clearing out both of his defenders on his route. Cash with an option route just across, and Gunner doing a great job checking it down to him right away, seeing the opening in the middle of the field there in the Kentucky defense, and then, of course, Cash just doing the rest.
He used his speed after he caught that ball to angle into the near corner of the end zone to outrun the Kentucky defense to the goal line to make it 34-7 at the moment. And that Georgia touchdown brought to you by Conecuh Sausage, the official smoked sausage of the Georgia Bulldogs.
On so long, Puglisi just had to step back out onto the field and make some more warm-up throws before he goes back in there, because the Dogs are about to get a big stop here on 4th down.
It's like he's a pitcher and there's been a rain delay.
That's right.
I got to go re-warm up because they've had the ball for so long. But here we go, 4th down and 4 for the Cats on the Georgia 10. They break the huddle up to the line. They motion a man, Miller, out of the backfield. He'll line up at the right side, now come in motion to the near side. Boley claps his hands. They snap it to him. He moves around in the pocket. We're chasing. He's running to the right. Got a block. He'll just throw it up into the end zone, and it's intercepted by Ellis Robinson. Did he get his feet in bounds? Yes, he did. He intercepted it in the end zone and then fell out of the right side of the end zone and got his toes in. Dogs take over with the interception in the end zone. They'll have it on the touchback.
In the end zone for a touchback. 1st down, Georgia.
Kentucky with its 2nd turnover. So that's how that 20-play drive ends, with an interception by Ellis Robinson in the end zone. That's his 2nd pick of the season. And we got another timeout with 4:02 to go. We'll see if the Dogs can run out the last 4 minutes and 2 seconds here. 3rd and long for the Dogs. Puglisi at quarterback, and Bo Walker stays in the backfield. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Pug wants to throw, and he will throw an interception at the 45. Picked off by Grant Grayton for Kentucky. He's returning it, far sideline 30, 25. An undercut goes flying on the seat of his pants out of bounds into the Kentucky bench area at the 23-yard line, far side of the field. Looked like Pug overthrew his man. He had a guy open around the near hash, and he had another downfield, Josh, but it looked like, from this vantage point, it looked like the guy on the hash mark was the guy you wanted to throw to. Ball sailed, and Kentucky picked it off.
Yeah, threw it to the invisible receiver there, running down the numbers in the Georgia offense. Unfortunately, they don't catch the ball. That usually goes to the opposing team like it did there. Puglisi did, though, make the tackle after throwing the pick.
And the Cats return that interception to the Georgia 23-yard line. Trips at the 26, maybe the 27-yard line. That was kind of a quick burst by Bo for 7 yards. Second down and 8 at the 27. 90 seconds, now less than that. Dogs stay in the huddle. Still 20 seconds on the play clock. Just a few more snaps and we're out of here with a victory. 35-14 is our score as the Dogs are bearing down on their 16th consecutive win over Kentucky. Out of the pistol, snap it to Puglisi, hand it to Bo Walker. Running to the right, up to the 30, shakes to the 33, cuts towards the boundary and out of bounds at the 35 as the Cats tackle him there. And they give him another half yard across the 35 to the 36. That's 9 more for Bo Walker.
Did a good job picking up the first down, but needed to stay inbounds.
He did need to stay. So the clock stops with 64 seconds to go. Now the Dogs go into the victory formation. Puglisi will take a snap and take a knee. And he'll do that just one more time, and then everybody can shake hands and say good game and start thinking about their next opponent or what's for dinner after the game or whatever you think about in this situation. What did you think about in this stage of the game?
Probably had to go to the bathroom real bad, truthfully. Just being honest with you, it's like I really need to go to the bathroom. As if it's just what we think about sometimes.
All right, one more snap for the Dogs. Puglisi will take it and kneel down at the 33-yard line, and that's it. Last 28 seconds will tick off the clock, and Georgia and Kentucky will shake hands. A lot of these guys know one another. Kentucky's got a lot of guys from the state of Georgia, and a lot of these guys know each other from camps and all sorts of things. They've known each other for a long time, so they'll speak to one another, and Georgia is a winner this afternoon. Final score, the Dogs 35, Kentucky 14. So Georgia now 4-1 for the year, 2-1 in the SEC. Kentucky drops to 0-3 in the conference and under 500 overall at 2-3. They have now lost 8 straight games in the Southeastern Conference. The Dogs win their 16th straight in this series over the Wildcats. 35-14, our final. Stay tuned for our post-game coverage. We'll hear from Coach Kirby Smart in the locker room. All of that straight ahead with Neil Hondo Williamson coming up next on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.